Welcome back to Ellen Road. Leeds United versus Arsenal in the FA Cup, sponsored by Eon. Fantastic, rousing rendition of their song going on here. Let's join our commentators. Andy Townsend alongside Peter Drewley.
One city, one club, you know when you're in Leeds. Last quick check of the teams indicates that both sides, having cruised their league assignments at the weekend, Leeds make one notable enforced change since the Emirates. Becchio failed a test on his troublesome back this morning. Big Billy Painter deputises up front. Arsenal have Bakary Sagna back from suspension, and by comparison with the first game, it's Koscielny for Scalacci at centre-half, Nasri for Rosicki in midfield. That is 5 of Saturday's Arsenal team. Samir Nasri will provide that notional leadership this evening. From a creative viewpoint, he is the point of difference for Arsenal as compared with a week and a half ago. Billy Painter, 29 goals for Swindon Town last season, 4 of those against Leeds. He is still to score 4 leads because of an injury-plagued start to his career here. But here is his platform. We have the scrutinised referee of the most recent Premier League weekend, that is Mike Dean. His dismissal of Raphael at Spurs and all that followed it has stoked the freshest refereeing debate. There really is little, if anything, in English football which compares on this scale for volatility, for volume, for sense of occasion, for menace, for near tangible thrill and expectation. Ellen Road, knockout football, floodlights, VIP visitors. It's a cup tie with chemistry, Andy.
Certainly is, Peter. Looking forward to this one. I thought the first tie, Simon Grayson's Leeds team were excellent collectively. Kept their shape well. They didn't make it easy for the Arsenal. They found it very difficult.
And Gradle is quickly on for it and getting a shot away.
As Max Gradle did exactly there. They unsettled him in that first game at times. As certainly as we saw last night in the Manchester City-Leicester game. Leicester gave a good account of themselves, very competitive over the 2 legs. Now that Leeds are going to need to reproduce what they did at the Emirates and find a bit more, add another little bit to it.
It was Max Gradle for Simon Grayson, who cut in from that flank at the Emirates, and then the penalty from Denilson's clumsy challenge, which took Leeds to the very edge of a famous victory then. Fabregas's late equalising penalty, though, offers another potentially famous night for someone. This is Snodgrass. As far as Koscielny. And here is Juru. Sagna after a 3-game enforced rest. Song. Shamak. Gibbs, who returns at left back. He played at West Ham on Saturday. And for both clubs, really, the weekend couldn't have offered a gentler preparation. Leeds cruised past Scunthorpe here. West Ham barely offered any threat to Arsenal's sense of progress. And Bradley Johnson is over this free kick for Leeds with a new target in Billy Painter, starting only his 3rd game in the first team, got injured pre-season. Had a stop-start beginning here. Aimed at O'Brien. Just too much on it.
I think that's an interesting area tonight. Billy Painter, big night for him to try and disrupt the centre of that Arsenal back 4. Because Becchio, with his movement, he does. So they're going to miss that, so they've got to get support up to him. And interestingly to see that Snodgrass out on the right-hand side, Peter. Sanchez Watt in behind Billy Painter as well. So with his threat and his running ability from just in behind Arsenal's midfield, that's an important area tonight.
It has always been the case when Leeds are doing well that Ellen Road has been a nasty old place for opponents to come to. Leeds are 7 games unbeaten on this ground since Cardiff won here in October. They've only lost 1 game anywhere in the last 15. Having said which, Saturday's win here was their first this side of Christmas. Shelny away. Judgment by Johnson. It's Bentler who's operating from the right-hand side for Arsenal again tonight, as he did in the original game. To Nilsson, that's good industry from Painter. That's the way to get the crowd on side. Stabbed through by Connolly. And across comes Koscielny, gets a kick for his pains from Howson. Connolly. Behind Painter, but Sanchez-Watt hasn't given up. Koscielny's partial clearance. It's come for Gradle. Koscielny made good his original hesitancy.
Yeah, good start from Leeds. Just wouldn't settle there for Max Gradle, so he could get that volley away, but positive early few moments.
Koscielny taking on Connolly, who is calm. O'Brien clear. Gibbs tied at the back of Gradle.
Simon Grayson said before the game, you have to get the balance right tonight. They know they're at home. Yes, they want to get forward and they want to push and threaten the Arsenal players, but they've also got to be very careful, very mindful, particularly with Samir Nasri playing. He's so quick across the ground. Once he gets beyond the midfield players running at the Leeds back four, they're going to be in trouble. Have to keep an eye on him.
Dispossessed by Jury. To Nielsen. Sanya. Shamak let it roll. Nasri couldn't take it on. O'Brien picking up where he left off a week and a half ago with immaculately calm reading. This is through by Gibbs for Shamak. Arshavin. Shamak. Nasri's in here for Arsenal and scores. That's the difference. Samir Nasri with a dash of class and considerable calm establishes a first lead in the tie for Arsenal at Ellen Road.
Fabulous goal, Peter. They pinched the ball there in their own half. It's a decent ball in from Gibbs to Shamak, who drops it back. Look at Nasri on his way. He's been allowed to just drift off at Johnson, and then he doesn't panic. He just takes it in his stride. He just adjusts. He just takes a touch, and then he coolly rolls it past Kasper Schmeichel. It's a brilliant, brilliant finish. And this guy just gets better and better the more you see him. It's a fabulous goal.
Arsenal's player of the year, almost beyond question, scores his first ever FA Cup goal, and in so doing effects the essential part of plan A for Arsene Wenger, which was to nick an early goal and require of Leeds to come out and at some point chase the tie.
Pretty much from nowhere. The opening few minutes, Leeds have been positive, they've been pressurising, they've been, as I said, trying to put the Arsenal players under a lot of pressure, but that guy, once he gets beyond these midfield players and he's running and the ball rolls into his path as it did, he is so calm and so cool and so composed in those tight areas. We've seen him do it 3 or 4 times this season in the Premier League, and once again here tonight. It's a brilliant finish.
Arshavin, Nasri. Shamak's after it, and he got there before O'Brien. And he set it back for Nasri. Gibbs. Nasri. Song. To Nielsen. Bentner. Arsenal now with the assurance of a lead. Ground where 50 weeks ago tonight Tottenham came for a similar sort of occasion in the 4th round of the Cup and scored the first goal also through Jermaine Defoe. Becchio got Leeds an equaliser that evening before Defoe completed his hat-trick and took the tie away. So Leeds are hoping to feed off similar sort of energy here. Nasri. Breaking through Gradle's challenge. Here's Bentner. Sanya outside of him. Bentner's delivery is deflected behind for a corner.
As ever, Bakary Sanya always willing to make the overlap. He just offers it there to Bentner, who declines and looks to just clip it in, but gets the corner. Important, obviously, when you've conceded a goal against a side like Arsenal, so good in possession, that you just perhaps tuck your wide midfielders in a little bit and just make sure that you're secure for the next 5 or 10 minutes or so. Leeds have got plenty of time to get back into it. What they mustn't do is throw it away too soon.
Nasri's outswinger, Shamak's header is harmless. Drew a goal, the Moroccan. He's 7 without one since scoring at Villa Park at the end of November.
He's good in the air, does offer him something different, certainly. But this is the goal, Peter. It's a decent ball in good take from Shamak. Arshavin then fires it first time, little nick there. But once Nasri, he's still got a lot to do. He's still under a lot of pressure. It's just a wonderfully executed goal.
Nasri was entirely rested for the first game between these two. Didn't even make the 18. But he has made himself the difference as captain here tonight. Song. Decent ball for Gibbs. Connolly's across to meet him. Gibbs has got away from Connolly, and here is Shamak. And shot repelled as far as Watt. All of this, incidentally, for the right to play at home to Huddersfield Town in the 4th round. Here's Sanya, who was threatening to rip up Ben Parker there, and Leeds left back.
Not sure exactly whether or not Ben Parker intended that. I think he's just turning, trying to run after that. He just cuts across Sanya a wee bit there and just catches his heels. Saw Raphael get sent off at the weekend for something rather similar.
By that referee?
Yeah.
Had a good game most of the afternoon at the Emirates the other week, Ben Parker. Then Theo Walcott came on and rather spoiled it for him. Nasri's take, Shamak! Oh, what a save that is! And Schmeichel's behind it a second time. That is a brilliant save.
It's a fabulous save. How on earth Shamak's got that much room, I do not know. Because, as I said, he's very, very good in the air. But it's a brilliant save from the goalkeeper. Not only getting a hand on it, but banging it right up in the air, buying him a bit of time to get back on his feet. Top stuff that is from Schmeichel.
He poured it out. It's dangerous to make these comparisons, but Pele and Banks, it was that sort of thing.
Great save. That really is an excellent bit of work. Be a little bit more concerned about the marking for sure, because that's not good enough. Far too much room there for Shamak, too easy.
Did make critical saves at the beginning and the end of the original tie, Schmeichel, from Danielson after the equaliser, you'll recall. And indeed early in the game, 1-on-1 from Arshavin. Gibbs, Shamak. Won by Painter. What for Gradle? Face to face with Sanya. Here comes Juru. And here's Song. Shavin. Led by Parker, chased up though by Sanya. Nasri. Danielson. Song. It's reached Arshavin. Challenge by Connolly was considered fair, and the fullback's indication was that he believed the Russian took a deliberate tumble.
A little bit fortunate there, Connolly, because Arshavin just nipped inside him, dangerous area.
Well, won by Painter. Offloaded by Sanchez Watt, who ran into traffic. Song can bring it away. Arshavin can turn. Shamak. Arshavin, that time he has been fouled by O'Brien.
Again, the movement is so difficult for Leeds to contend with. Andy O'Brien already has been dragged out of that central position. He doesn't want to vacate that too often because he knows someone else is going to be running in there behind him.
Entry for Gibbs to deliver. Taken away by Watt, but then rather oddly represented to Bentner. There's Nasri, here's Juru. Nasri hasn't stopped. Michael's got together.
Lucky, again, looking for something in very, very tight areas. It's not easy to handle. The ball come flying at Juru a little bit. He couldn't just quite drop it in for the skipper tonight, but Those are the obvious threat that Leeds have to contend with. Sami Nasri dropping in, he's on the ball 1 minute, then he's drifting in behind Housen and Johnson, dragging Bruce and Andy O'Brien out of that hole, as I said, and that's when it starts getting difficult. They're so good in possession, so comfortable. Once they start moving you around as well, you have to be very careful.
Song. Arshavin. Brian got in the way. Snodgrass. Painter, big strong lad. Snodgrass, Watt. Throws down by Juru. Parker safe. Arsenal's first game this at Ellen Road since a cup tie in January 2004, when they recovered from an early error by Jens Lehmann. Mark Viduka scored the goal and cruised to a 4-1 win. That was the season of Arsenal's Premier League invincibility and Leeds' disintegration and relegation. Arsenal also won here 4-1 in the Premier League that year and 5-0 at Highbury. Thierry Henry on his own scored 7 times against Leeds that season. Koscielny, Gibbs, Denilson, Nasri, Arshavin, offside Bender.
Nicholas Bender, he's just wandered a little bit. He doesn't want it first time from Arshavin. Needs him to just take a touch while he finds his position. This is the save. Kasper Schmeichel, look, totally unmarked. Shamak, but that's a brilliant stop. That really is. It's always difficult to pick it up when it zips off the surface. That really is good goalkeeping.
Nilsson. Nasri again, making merry. Couldn't pick out Bentner. Painter is a lone runner for Leeds.
He's up against Jura as well tonight, and Koscielny, both of them are quick, very quick across the ground, so anything that Leeds serve forward into Painter has got to be accurate. It's got to give him a chance to hang on to it so he can get people to join in.
Nilsson. Johnson couldn't take it. Watt can. So Juru is correctly stationed again. Song. Chesney in pink for Arsenal tonight. He had his moments in the first game too. Has happy memories of this ground where he performed admirably for Brentford last season. Gibbs, Song, Nasri, shot charged down and Gradle charges out. Watt is ahead of him. Gradle again, only Painter in the middle. It's aimed at and beyond Billy Painter. Snodgrass is chasing it up, Gibbs can sort it out.
Lucky though, it's good counter-attack from Leeds there. Mopped it up, Watt and Gradle down that left side. Nice and quick and positive early.
All of this played in front of a backdrop of endless, relentless, seamless din. Swirling Leeds scarves. Of the scoreline, the Leeds public are not going to have their occasion taken away from them. And this is so unambiguously Leeds.
18 minutes in, Peter. I'd just like to see Robert Snodgrass maybe try and get a little bit more of the ball. At the moment, everything that comes to him is like that. He can only just help it round the corner. Because I think he can play, I really do. Every time I see him play, it impresses me. Housen I like as well, but he's got his work cut out, trying to deal with Nasri and co, but Snodgrass could be important.
Bentner running at Parker. He stayed on his feet well and was immaculate in his timing of the tackle, but Gradle kept it in for Bentner. And now Shamak, and now Nasri, and then Arshavin. leaning back and lifting over.
They good one-touch football again, not easy when it's coming across your body. Max Gradel, not a good decision. He tries to keep that in, he hands it straight to Bentner. Again, one touch again, Nasri to Arshavin, and just leans back a little bit and sees it fly over the bar. But very impressive again, the visitors, their football, the quality of it, composure when they have the time, they use it well. And when they need to go one touch and pick people out, there's no better team.
Muscled by Bentner. Shamak kept it from O'Brien, fed it to Sanya, who can run at Parker. Shamak. Arshavin, oh!
Fabulous ball from Shamak. It's a brilliant ball. He's having a look. Who do I give it to? There it is. There's the delivery, and he just sort of dabs his right foot at it. Arshavin, it's a huge chance. I mean, if he goes with his left foot and gets any sort of connection, surely he finds the back of the net.
Illustrative, though, of how things are going for Andrei Arshavin at the moment. Things ain't quite what they used to be where he's concerned. Snodgrass. His pass went wrong. Arsenal Loney given permission to play in the original and indeed the replay tie. Sanchez Watt, who scored his first Leeds goal against Scunthorpe. Terrific goal it was. Left-footed blooter from outside the penalty area on Saturday here. Painter. He's just rising back onto his feet. Here's Howson. Skippers the team with such visible pride. Gradel. Bentner lost it to Johnson. Bruce. That's Bruce again, really excellent at Arsenal. He's got it back from Painter. Snodgrass. Backed in towards Billy Painter. And up goes Watt, away by Koscielny. And chased out by Nasri, who has been so busy and penetrative in the first 20 minutes here. Arshavin to Nielsen. Arshavin. Decent try, another good save, plunging at his near post by Schmeichel.
It's a good effort from Andrei Arshavin. Again, a great run from Samir Nasri, who's just as quick across the ground without the ball as he is with it. Fantastic effort again, another good save. It's not easy because when it's just swerving away from the goalkeeper, hits the floor just in front of him.
Jesper Schmeichel keeping Leeds alive. Nasri's take. Shamak going in for it again, but beaten to it. It's behind for another corner. Bruce with Juru in his sights. Johnson closest to Shamak. Parker dealing with Koscielny. Away by Painter. And again by the centre forward, and out comes the skipper now, Howson. And here the Leeds public scream him on. Gibbs saw the danger and snuffed it out. O'Brien. So for Arshavin. Shamak couldn't take it. Out comes Parker. Watt. Sanya sharp enough. It's a well-controlled back pass. Leeds haven't played here since 2004, means that almost all of them as individuals haven't played here. I mentioned Szczęsny kept goal for Brentford here. Nicholas Bentner scored a goal here for Birmingham in the Championship. But for the rest of them, the Leeds experience is a new experience. So they're dealing with it very ably. Here's Nasri. Song. Bentner, seen by Bruce. On by Howson, Snodgrass hemmed in. Snodgrass tackled by Song. Shavin. Song. There's too much of Nasri.
It's better shape though there, Leeds have. I thought in the first game they did that particularly well. The back four, the central two, Houghton and Johnson were very good, very solid. And they're going to have to do that again tonight, Peter, against this team that, as I said, are that good in possession. What you can't do is go hunting after it in just ones and twos. You've all got to be very, very clued in and make sure you're doing it together, because they'll pick you off very, very easily with devastating effect.
Snodgrass. Out by Juru as he tumbled. High from Koscielny. In went Connolly, on again by Snodgrass. Juru hasn't put a foot wrong yet. And Danielson clear. Now by Shamak for Nasri. Shamak again. Partially out by Johnson, only as far as Danielson. Sanya with Bentner wide. Shavin. Bentner. Danielson. Nasri. It's a smashing ball from Koscielny. And Sanya's in behind here for Arsenal, and Bentner has failed to apply the stud, which would have doubled Arsenal's lead.
Great ball from Koscielny, what a pass that is. It's far too easy how Sanya gets in, they haven't got it right. Parker and Gradle over there on the left-hand side, he's got all the room in the world, he could shoot, you know, could actually have a go for himself. I mean, that is what Arsenal do time and time again, they face it across the 6-yard box, any touch from Bentner and that's a goal. Just wonder there whether the fullback could maybe have just had a go on his own.
Dealing with Gradle, having played, as you say, Andy, probably the pass of the tie so far. Wonderfully driven diagonal to open up Leeds. Leeds, who in the first half hour or so here haven't been able to achieve the forward thrust that they brought to the original tie. And that, I guess, Andy, is because Arsenal are playing pretty much according to their blueprint. They're dealing with this cup tie exactly as they would have planned.
Certainly are, they're playing beautifully. They've got the goal, and of course they're happy to receive the ball in tight areas, invite the challenge, invite the pressure, and then bang bang, just drop it off and move. They do it so well, so instinctively, so naturally. Very like this, it's very, very difficult. You want to get tight to people, but you're afraid to, because they've gone past you in a flash.
Well, Shavin. It's out for Howson. And then Watt. Picked off by Gibbs. Shamak. Nasri. Bentner. Nasri. Song. Gibbs. Arshavin. Away by Parker. Leeds are really struggling to get a foothold in this cup tie, and they're grateful to have that free kick for the foul on Painter by Juru.
Yeah, it's very difficult because you're doing that much chasing around that when you get the ball yourself, gasping for breath and almost don't have the lung power to get higher up the park. Just got to stay in the game at the moment. These rocky periods when Arsenal look very, very cool. Just stay together, hang in there, keep your shape as they did at the Emirates. As I said, they did that very, very well, and they've got to do that here, even though they're at home. stay in the game. At 1-0, you're always in it.
They are still in the game because their goalkeepers made 2 terrific saves. Arshavin and Bentner have been half an inch away each from scoring. Could be beyond them, but it's not. In by Bruce, out by Koscielny, on by Arshavin, through again by O'Brien. Juru's leaping. Johnson's header, flicked back by Arshavin, and boy, Szczesny had to be alert.
Very alert, Peter. Does excellent, the goalkeeper there, because he's had nothing to do. He's been a spectator up to now, but he was nice and sharp and lively there. Gradle very nearly getting on the end of it. Good work.
Nasri. Well done, Alex Bruce. Howson, Painter. Connolly. Snodgrass. Oh, he's protected the ball really well there, but over the nose of the referee's assistant, who felt it went out. So we can point you at our 4th round action in the Aeon-sponsored FA Cup, coming up weekend after next. 2 smashing ties, one on Saturday evening. We're on at 4:45 with Southampton against Manchester United, Saturday the 29th, and then another real lip-smacker on Sunday lunchtime from 1:30. We're at Meadow Lane for Notts County against Manchester City. 2 genuine, proper FA Cup ties to look forward to on this channel in a week and a half's time. Simon Grayson, the reigning Championship Manager of the Month, who was especially pleased with his team's reaction against Scunthorpe here on Saturday. You'll recall after they played Manchester United last year, they took a terrible dive in league form, but didn't succumb to the same temptation this time. Arshavin and Connolly with a risky back pass. Schmeichel gave it a thump. Snodgrass won his header, and so did Koscielny. Johnson. Song. Bicep to bicep with Howson, and the referee's given a free kick Leeds way.
Yeah, good work again from Jonathan Howson, battling away with Alex Song.
Howson's quick free kick, lively of mind. Snodgrass. Oh, he's had an ambitious go, perhaps a shade unrealistic.
Yeah. It's important though that he does maybe just fire the odd one across Szczesny's bows now and again like that. Again, he's not really had a chance to lift his head and maybe even assess where the goalkeeper is, but he knows roughly where the goals are, hits it well enough.
Long from Howson. Painter. Gibbs stuck tight to him. Painter protected it for Connolly. And his pass was seen by Shamak. Nasri. Sanya. Danielson. Scampering away from Sanchez Watt. Shamak. Arshavin. Connolly backpedaling. Arshavin to the byline. And O'Brien at his near post station, and Snodgrass can bring it clear. And shape an imaginative pass for Gradle. And again, Koscielny is properly switched on.
It's a decent ball down the line, that is from Snodgrass. Good run again from Gradle, but Koscielny at the moment, unflappable. He's just taking everything in his stride, nice and cool and composed.
Koscielny playing his first ever FA Cup tie. Competition debut for him tonight, and an immaculate one to this point. Song. for Schmeichel. So he bumped into the back of Painter. He's come out for Bentner, who again has Sanya going beyond him. Nasri ahead of him, Shamak ahead of him, Arshavin ahead of him. He's fed Nasri. Bentner kept going, O'Brien away, only as far as Bakary Sanya, who has hit a screamer. Fantastic goal from Bakary Sanya for Arsenal. A genuine net ripper.
Well, I question the last opportunity Bakary Sanya had when he got into the box and decided to knock it across the 6-yard box for Nicholas Bentner. Not this time. Not any danger of it. When it comes to him here, he has a look. Nothing really there, so it's head down and hit it, and he really catches it. And Schmeichel's made some good stops. He'll be disappointed he doesn't actually turn this round the corner, but it's hit very hard.
Well, Bakary Sanya returning from a 3-game suspension, a second goal of this season, and it is a picture book goal, a heavenly goal, a goal to give thanks for.
Goalie should save it, Peter. He should really. He's made some good saves already tonight, but I think his reaction when the ball come back out the net said it all. He knows he should have stopped that one, but it's a great strike again from Sanya, who continues to pour forward.
It's a long way back from here for Leeds now. Ten minutes to play until half-time. To Nielsen. Arshavin running at the heart of them. Good challenge by Bruce. By Johnson. Howson. Connolly. Snodgrass. Now by Gibbs. Doubling up with Song. Goal before half-time for Leeds would make it feel achievable again. Arsene Wenger sits a little more comfortably now. Go. Game on.
Game on, definitely. It's just breathed some life back into the ground, bit of belief back into the players. This is great. Again, he just lifts it, but just what the tie needed, because Arsenal were looking like they might run away with it. Arsene Wenger's not happy. He feels that Arshavin was fouled by Snodgrass down in this corner. The boys will have a look at that at half-time. Maybe he was. That aside, they had time to then deal with the situation, and they didn't. What a hit from Bradley Johnson, wow.
Well, Arsenal will now feel a long, long way from home. And here goes Painter. He's got his work cut out, and he won't quite make it. But truth be told, for 35 minutes, Arsenal were in complete command.
Absolute cruise control, no question. But that's how quickly it can change. Johnny Howson does well, he just rolls it across, and he will never hit a better one than that. Well done, son. It's a great strike, it really is. It's a brave strike, because it can go anywhere, that. But he's nailed it.
A once-in-a-lifetime strike. And Simon Grayson's team have a toe in the tie. More than that. Here the racket, Gradle. Held up by Koscielny. And Sanya wins a throw.
It's amazing what it does to your goal. When you're behind and you're getting a bit of a chase in, and they certainly have been, Leeds, for half an hour. You get a goal, you get a lift, and all of a sudden you find a bit of energy from somewhere again. You get a little bit tighter to the man in front of you.
Bradley Johnson, Hackney-born boy, who as a youngster was with Arsenal. They let him go as a teenager. He went and did a carpentry apprenticeship. Got his way back into professional football with Cambridge and then Northampton.
He got his angles there, all right, let me tell you.
Yeah, he just missed the woodwork, the right side. since Johnson scored that goal. They've been leaping an inch higher and running a stride quicker. They can get in at half-time within a goal of Arsenal, and they'll believe it's still a possibility. And here comes Danielson for Arsenal. And Gibbs. Shamak.
Difficult one for Billy Painter, that Gradle saying, can you hold it? But he can't. It's coming at him out the sky. All he can do is try and help it on.
Bradley Johnson, by the way, scored from 20-25 yards against Scunthorpe on Saturday. He scored 2 goals in 4 or 5 days from an aggregate of about 50 yards.
Done, Leeds. They put Sanchez Watt out on the left-hand side and push Gradle up alongside Painter to give him a little bit more support, but also to maybe just try and stem those runs from Sanya down that right side, which is so dangerous, and he's had a little bit too much room. Sanchez Watt, we know, is very athletic himself.
Nasri. Bentner, Sanya, Nasri. It's a goal kick. Arsenal themselves under Arsene Wenger in pretty good nick and take out the League Cup semi-final defeat at Ipswich, which of course they can turn round, and since losing at Old Trafford in the middle of December, they've taken 11 points from 15 in the Premier League. Scored 3 in their last 2 Premier League away games. Shavin. Song. Gibbs. Sanya for Bentner. Nasri. He's still got it, Samir Nasri. Parker away. Juru dealing with Painter. Danielson slips and Howson's in there. Painter. Watt up alongside. Howson. Juru got a foot in the way.
Great run, Johnny Howson, brilliant. So nearly found Gradle. Good defensive work again from Juru, but terrific response from the home team.
Gradle now. Nasri tackling back and giving him a little help over, and Leeds have a free kick into the last 90 seconds of a first half, most of which they have spent chasing.
Yep, exactly right. Max Gradle doing what he's done particularly well the last 10 or 15 minutes on the half-turn, receiving it, running at people. Now set this up properly, get a good delivery and get people running across it. Give the goalkeeper something to think about.
Robert Snodgrass for Leeds.
Well, he can hit them, Peter, we know that.
They've left only Parker back, all the way back. O'Brien is in the box. Bruce is in the box. Howson has a leap. Painter has bulk. And Snodgrass has to find one of them. Oh dear me.
And that's poor from him, he's better than that. That's a let-off as well. Manager knows it. It's one of those on reflection now, you're thinking, I'd just rather have fizzed it in there across the 6-yard box and let the big guys go and attack it.
Into what is going to be just 1 minute of stoppage time. Sanya tripped by Watt. This is likely to be the last offensive set piece of a really engaging first half. Nasri. Song. They couldn't keep it in. Painter wanted on halfway. Nadal didn't give it up, but Koscielny became aware of him. Sanya stopped on halfway. Half-time, it needs a breather. Terrific cup tie. The more so since Bradley Johnson scored his once-in-a-lifetime goal 7 minutes before the end of the half, which Arsenal until then had entirely bossed. Samir Nasri with a calm early finish, and Bakary Sagna with a scything strike, which Schmeichel got fingertips to, but couldn't keep from hitting the net. A cup tie which remains alive and kicking. Leeds 1, Arsenal 2.